up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Bring It to the Table podcast.
Ooh, we back.
I'm Jared Aja. We got my man Mike C. the Champ.
We back.
And today we have with us the one and only Squad Father, a.k.a. Coop Martian. Mr. Coop,
Squad.
welcome. And then
Thank
we
you very
have
much,
J-Mo. Some call him a leader of people. Sometimes they call him manager. Sometimes they call him Papa. And, thank you guys for being here. This is what's up. I mean,
Thank you very much, bro.
we keep trying to cultivate a space for positive talk, uplifting talk,
Definitely.
competitive talk, man talk,
Yeah.
real talk. I think
Superior
that
man
we
talk.
have to
Let's
just
talk about it.
keep it real. I think everybody at this table is an entrepreneur or somebody who has like a higher level of consciousness. We not only see the game, but we're playing the game.
Most definitely.
And I think that's a very admirable quality that we all possess. And anytime that I can get around people like that and absorb some of that energy and peak game, I try to do it as much as possible because that's how me and Mike,
Steel
man.
sharp
Every
steel.
time I come over, Mike hits me with some shit. Hey, look at this. I'm like, oh my God. Then I adapt and I use it, and then my shit grows.
Steel sharpens steel.
This steel, iron sharpens iron. So, again, this is the attempt. Woo!
Gadgets.
I mean, both of you guys, y'all own businesses, you know what I'm saying? And y'all collaborate, come together,
Definitely.
make some great shit. I mean, what does it mean for you to be an owner? Like, you own something, that's your shit. You know what I'm saying? What does that
I
mean
said
to
a
you?
line. It's something about equity being a foreign feeling the most, but so is the feeling of your name on your clothes. But it's a different level when you when I see a brand expand, you're literally watching energy expand over something.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people watch clothing brands, look at it as, oh, that's money coming in. Some clothing owners, they judge it by
Money is
how much
energy,
money is coming
right?
in. That is a form of energy very much. When I see the brand moving, it's like, this is built off an idea. Like I say, Squad on God is putting your team on good, orderly direction. So I'm watching that thought creep out and become a thing. And people are literally embracing it.
Yeah.
And it's people that I've met along the way, which makes it personalized. And like I said, pushes it into that realm of synergy.
It's one of the
Which is what it's all
craziest
about.
feelings to
The
create
best-
something.
The best thing that I remember me and you was talking about it, and then I told Jay, I say, Jay, go watch Wu-Tang. And then he was like, yeah, I'm going to get to it. And then I talked to you, and you was like, yeah, me and Jay
I brought
said,
him over
and
to
we
the
watched
crib, bro,
Wu-Tang.
and sat him down, made him watch the whole first season, and I was like, bro, you need to see the second season, because
To
at
me,
this point where
I don't
we
even
at,
remember you telling me
it's
that. That's what
critical.
I'm thinking right now.
That was the most
Where he
inspiring
fucking, like,
motherfucking
wouldn't
show
let me
I've
not.
seen
I
in a
watched the
while,
first couple
bro.
episodes. I didn't get to
Bro.
finish it.
That shit is inspiring.
if you watch the second season, bro,
Yeah.
Remember the part? Remember I told you I wanted to shoot a
there's some
video
crazy
with
shit.
the
Some
chess
crazy
pieces.
shit.
Yeah.
That's where it came from.
Got it.
The RZA he basically got everybody together, and he was like, "These are my pieces, and these are how they need to be used."
Okay, so I feel that all the fucking way, right? And it's like part of doing this show, man, was people weren't inviting me on their podcast. People weren't putting me up and doing write-ups on me. So, I was like, fuck it. I'm tired of asking. I started making shows not just for myself, but I'm making shows for my friends. If I can't find the people to connect with, I'm going to fucking create them.
bro, I tell people
And
all the time,
boom, baby, and
I
now
don't
here we
understand
are.
people who fan out for people they don't know.
Yeah, right.
You know people right in your immediate friends
That's
and family
right.
on that do the exact same thing and be killing it, you won't even get crunk about it.
Yeah.
And you can go touch that person on the show. I tell people all the time, like, familiarity kills a lot of relationships.
Yeah,
Just
that's
because
true.
they close to you and they can do this,
Yeah.
it's like your value ain't the same no more.
One of
But
the
I tell people all the time, the best way you can kill them is go and remove yourself for a second.
exclusivity, right? Again, value is derived from scarcity and how much people want it.
Thank you.
How little they can get of it
Supply
and
and
how much they
demand.
want of it. Supply and demand.
You know-
And go ahead.
And you know why it's like that? You know what I'm saying? They have access to you. But at the same time, a lot of people just can't believe that they came from the same place you came from and you making shit happen. You feel me?
I can
like,
dig it.
fuck, how he do that shit? I was doing this before he did that. but he figured out a way to get there before me. It ain't, and instead of coming and say, Coop, how did you do that, man? You think you can put me on? People don't do that. Their first instinct is, fuck. And
why do you think they do that?
There.
I know why they do it.
Bro, I mean, I really don't even think about that, Donna. I'm glad you telling it because I really don't look at it like that. Like, I don't, because like I was telling him, a lot of my people that support what I do are people I personally know.
Right.
So I can't say, oh, they sitting there and they looking at me and like, man, why he doing it? Like, because it's not that. They literally buying the clothes. They rocking. They hit me in my inbox.
That you've created
so I don't
that.
see it like that. Yeah. But there might be a guy somewhere sitting back that's not saying nothing. And he's just like, damn, why are you doing it like that? You feel me? So, but I don't look, I've never.
I think what that stems from is, okay, everybody, no matter what, even if you don't try to play in the power game, everybody tallies up their worth at the end of the day, right? Self-esteem is the pandemic in this country because it's like everyone's walking around with low self-esteem. Self-esteem is the value that you place on yourself. When you see other people winning or doing like a taco stand that you wanted to do, or an album or a video or a photo or a vacation, and they see it, they perceive that as like it exposes the highlight on their lack of action and productivity in life. And it makes them feel insecure. They're like, you're making me feel bad. So fuck you.
It's that.
Oh, I hate you winning because it only makes me feel bad. But that's a broken mentality, man. Like, competitive nature should be good.
Because he doesn't have competitive nature. That's why he said, like, I can't see it that way. It's like, well, that's because he don't come at it that way. But I know what y'all talking about. Yeah. It's competitive nature. And it's like playing the game. Like, they don't hate Tom Brady, but goddamn it, he beat us. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We wanted it.
It's still competitive nature, but it's no hurt feelings. And that's what I thrive for. Like, I like fucking with men that will be like, hey, that was bad, you need to change it. Be like, okay.
And it's okay.
I don't fucking hate you. I'm more along the lines of what you was talking about earlier, like accountability and being on the zone on your own shit. You feel me? Like, I'm so on my own ass.
I'm not worried about nobody else. I hear that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
it is sad.
I'm a multifaceted dude. You know, so I do multiple things, and then on top of that, we got the personal shit. Family, friends, kids. We got those. Totally. So I ain't got time to be. Once I get done with that, son, what we doing?
If that's not the biggest blessing that I have in my life right now, is the ability to just keep my circle small and only focus on the inner. Because as soon as you start thinking about the world, man, it's like, oh, man, I don't have one of the million variations of this thing or that thing. And it's like, oh, I'm in lack now. When in my current world, man, I'm abundant.
But you got to be aware of your surroundings. It's how you protect yourself. If you keep tunnel vision for too long, something's going to fall in your head, and you're not going to be able to see where it came from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The goal is to be light enough to just move fast, respond fast, not hold on to emotions and feelings. You know, like the way of the masculine is to be rooted in truth. And I think the best thing a guy can do, and a business owner or anything, is to like know what frame you want to live in. Yeah. And if people don't fit in that frame, well, I'm sorry, you're not in the picture.
Oh yeah, big facts. Big facts.
But that's a blessing though. Like I've sacrificed people and things and situations to go to that point, right? And the other people that aren't willing to let go of the friends that are toxic as fuck, or the habits that are toxic as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not willing to sacrifice that. Yeah. And they don't have what I have. And not that I have like too much, but I have my peace. I have my integrity. I got my vision. I got my mission. My freedom. I was telling you guys before, man, one of the biggest things that I look out for personally is to not be enslaved to a system that was designed by another person.
Big facts.
I want to ask you a question.
Woo! Hit me with a question.
I want to ask you a question. That what you just said.
Okay.
When did you first recognize that?
Okay, you know, it's very interesting. Like, I grew up in Chicago. And my dad.
How old were you? I'm sorry, my bad.
I moved when I was 16.
Okay.
To Austin.
My bad.
No, it's good. It's a good story.
No, because it may, you know.
Hit me,
We're getting to it.
Let me hit you with it. So, my dad was a pastor. My dad was a pastor of a mega church. Had a few thousand people, primarily like black and Hispanic and urban. And we were in the city of Joliet. The biggest attraction there was the Statesville prison. Driving past that every fucking day. So anyways, back then I grew up in like this religious mindset. And for us, it was big business, right? I mean, my dad made a whole career and everything, and had a mega church in Chicago. And we actually came down to Texas to do like a whole plant of network of churches or whatever. So my dad was a big in that stuff, right? Okay, so listen, my dad started asking questions. And he was like, okay, his biggest wake-up call was like realizing and doing an exegesis on hell. And that like hell was a made-up concept. And it wasn't until like way later in time, like in the Hebrew language, there's no mention of hell. There was no concept of that. There was like transition places, right? But to realize that like organized religion was organized by Constantine and fucking put together to be a system of control, whether the origin of Jesus and the parables.
Wait a minute.
I was like,
Constantine.
Yeah, I said Nero in the last one.
Okay.
I'm doing my research, man.
Okay, I was
doing my research. But it was a Roman emperor.
The Roman Empire.
I said a Roman emperor. I just said Nero instead of Constantine.
That's how they lost their power once they transitioned into Jesus, being the new.
So check it. My dad
they lost power. That was the end of the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
The great Roman Empire. As soon as they switched to that. And it was that guy, Constantine.
Okay, so check it. So my dad was a big leader, grew up in organized religion. Then my dad had an awakening and left Christianity and went to spirituality.
Slight change,
Slight change.
You take a lot of things
My
away.
dad completely left all of it. So anyways, through that transition at like 16 years old, I got to see my dad go through that. And then I got to peep game. I was asking questions. Now I'm researching. And if Christianity only happened 2,000 years ago, but there's civilizations from 14,000 years ago, and they all have the similar stories and theologies and reading of the stars and the energies. And I feel like there's universal knowledge, right? And people try to say, you can only get access to that knowledge through this box.
But you know what?
And I'm like, no, there's like many boxes, and what I try to do is do the fucking, the foundational shit, man. Positive energy, cultivating that, positive mental. Like I was talking before, the 7 Hermetic principles. Everything starts from the mind. You got to like think and manifest your reality in the universe you create. So I'm tangenting, but to answer your question, when did that happen? It was about 16 years old when I had that aha moment about like not being in a system of religion.
That's dope. That's everything.
Yeah, it was a rant, right?
Now I'm curious. That was dope.
Yeah.
And now I'm curious to know theirs. When did you first realize, like, you know what? There's got to be more to life than this.
Yeah.
Like
I was like 28.
28? What happened?
Lost my first record deal.
God wasn't real after that?
It was real. Shit,
Yeah.
It got real. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I was with University. I lost 375. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm homeless. I gotta start over. Damn. You know what I'm saying? That shit, it just, after you realize, what you gonna do? You gonna just stay here, be homeless, or you gonna get up and go get it? That's where the grind to get it. I've always been grinding to get it, you feel me? So, shit, and everywhere I've been, it's just been that much better. You know what I'm saying? It's, like I said, this shit is if you really want it, you can go get it.
It is what you make.
It's right there. It's right there. It's there.
Like
it's available to everyone.
Like when I hear people
and letting you know, I got it. Letting you know.
You know what I'm saying? When I hear people be like, man, I can't do that or I can't do this. No, you can. You don't want to.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because
your language,
and I do. You know what I'm saying? I do understand some people are supposed to be employees. Like, not everybody is going to be a boss.
Yeah.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody wants to do the work to be a boss. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have employees to build the guy. Like Steve Jobs, he never built the fucking computer.
And
He sold them hoes.
Many are called, few are
Feel
chosen.
me? That nigga ain't built shit. He sold
organized it.
all kind of shit.
He organized
and built
it.
the company just like he did it himself. You know what I'm saying? They had whoever them niggas built that name and Steve Jobs on that hoe like he done got down there, never touched them hoes one time.
A lot of people are scared of that though, man. They're straight up, whether it's a clothing line, a brand, a business, a lot of people are scared of it. So, anyways, tell us what's up with you, man. You got this clothing line, and
Oh yeah.
tell us about that real quick.
Well, yeah, like I was saying earlier, as far as tying it in with everything else, because we was pushing synergy.
Yeah.
Clothing line came as synergy with my artistry. I'm trying to do what you said, like be a conduit of good energy.
Yeah.
And I believe in creating a solid network for my people. So if I go into a situation and I per se get burned in the situation, there's no reason J-Mo should go into the same situation to go get burned.
Right.
He should learn.
Yes.
From his boy.
We should educate each other.
We should educate each other. And so it brought me to a principle of good orderly direction.
Boom.
I got my degree in music, went to Full Sail, graduated, got a diploma, great. Learned everything there is to know about music. Well, not everything.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying. This man is a very conscious being.
Relax.
I paid that fee and got that certificate.
Paid the fee, went to the school, got the paper.
Do you have a certificate?
But at the same time, we talk about it all the time. There's so many people want to do music and do it independently.
Yeah.
And there's so many pitfalls and downfalls that you go through it with not only the creation of it, but then when you finally get past the creation to transition into the business.
Woo! Let alone wanting to do something, you gotta like commit to doing it.
Anybody that does it, thank you. So with that said, why is it so hard? And then if anybody knows, once you get behind the scenes and see the breakdown of how much money a real hit record makes and how much money a concert really makes, why the hell is everybody
giving it all
cheating each other so much money? Like, there's no reason you just be ingredient.
You know,
So with that said, pay it like you weigh it.
Yeah.
If you bringing something to the table, get that man.
The barbarian.
Good orderly direction. If you put your people on it and you break your brothers off, they're just dues for what they put in. You never have no reason to pull swords on each other. That's just my logic. But
there's broken people out there.
There's a whole other side.
There's a lot of
that's
broken
playing
people.
The opposite side of my ideology, and I understand that.
But that's why you gotta separate yourself from those people. Yeah, no, I get it.
So for the people that resonate with that, here's some war paint for you.
Yeah.
When you go out in that world, go out there and carry on in God's work.
That's right. That's right.
Put your people on.
Straight up.
That's how me and J-Mo connected. I mean, like I say, before anything, that's why I say, like, synergy. It wasn't just, oh shit, J-Mo got music. Or no, I known this man since school.
Yeah.
When he was a whole different person. You feel me? I'm a whole different person.
Totally.
And that's what I say. Like, we was reading this, like, every, 7 years your body goes through a life cycle?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I have this theory that if you live to be 100 years, that means what? You got 12 life cycles? Okay. 7 times 13 is what? 21. The 7 is
about there, yeah.
Close about 13 life
approximately
cycles. Approximately
100.
So right now, 7 times 5 is 35.
Okay, yeah.
I've only lived 5 life cycles.
Exactly, and you got a bunch more to go.
How much many times can I change?
Man, I'm trying to live to 100
And then on top of that, out of these 5 life cycles I lived, 3 of them was controlled by somebody else.
Yeah, I'll give that up.
I wasn't even making the choice.
That was the cost of the game.
I was figuring out that there was even a life cycle, and then somebody else was telling me how to use the life cycle.
Totally. And it only...
And in 2 life cycles, I'm sitting here with extreme gentlemen and beings like yourselves having these conversations. So what is the next 4 life cycles?
I'm excited for that.
What is the next life cycle?
I'm super excited for it.
That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm aware it's going on.
To people that don't think free, that probably went over their head.
Yeah, but that's okay.
People that don't freely think, that probably...
You had to catch that motherfucker. I got it.
No, it's real though, man. It's so real. Like, this is one thing, I don't trust people that ain't been through nothing.
Facts, you can't.
You never got in trouble? You never, like, did something? Not, like, sketchy shit, but, like, taking chances and risks.
No, they gotta be done did some sketchy shit.
Right,
too.
and there's levels to it. But
they gotta be done did.
Yeah. I mean,
if a nigga ain't did nothing too sketchy, hey, man, they suspect.
There's something about a person that went through something.
That nigga gonna tell on you.
I'm about to say likely to fold.
Yeah.
That's highly likely to fold.
I need my homies kind of criminal-ish.
Yeah.
Straight up.
You gotta be a little street surfer.
Yeah.
That sound like a t-shirt.
That sound like a t-shirt. I think it gotta be criminal-ish.
Make the criminal-ish font different. Y'all get it. ShopOSF.com.
Yeah. But it's real, man, because life is tough. Life is savage.
Yeah,
and in this life, man, a lot of people... Okay, just because you aren't trying to kill and steal from others... doesn't mean others aren't trying to kill and steal from you. And so again, that's that concept of like acknowledging the game that we're all playing, realizing that I have a power that I have to cultivate, and then once you get past that personal power, then you gotta be like, I need to team up with other powerful people who are like-minded, and that's how you see like these masterminds. 2 or more coming together on one idea. That's a mastermind. That's how we educate each other. We have strong. I've been hearing these concepts, man. I meet these people and they're like, yeah, me and 5 other people put $5,000 down and we bought like this apartment building. We bought this like crypto mining shit.
Definitely.
You know, and it's like,
definitely.
Oh, that's a power move. I'm trying to make power moves like that, but I can't do it on my own.
With the time, they're staying pliable with their mind.
And the principles are the same though.
In the dynamic,
buy low, sell high.
Adapt or die.
And you just got to look around you, man. How can we buy low, sell high?
It don't get no. It don't get no more baseline.
That's what I'm saying. Keep it simple,
level,
stupid.
Creation level.
Keep it simple.
There it is.
J-Mo, what you got? I was like,
you deep thought.
He was putting that together. I was like, damn.
It's just every line, something's popping in my head that it takes me away from the last line.
Yeah. But
like, damn, that's some crazy shit.
I love these conversations, man. Like, I'm truly, it's, does everybody have kids at this table?
I do.
I definitely.
Okay. At a certain point, man, I was like always trying to make myself great. Right? And when I had my son Roman, bro, game changed, right? I no longer have to be great. I was thinking this. I am at the point now. My son is 9, and I will give up opportunities and fame or status or like clout for myself to give it to him. I'm already at that stage mentally. I'm gonna help my son become famous. Way more famous than me. Like, it's this other thing, because then you start thinking about the legacy, born legend. Like, dude, we're only here for a finite time. 12 life cycles? Okay, bro, how do we set up people? Like, in my story, you know, like, things were going good, and then things happened, and then we ended up with nothing. So I didn't get handed no empire, no businesses. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The intentions were there, but the results didn't end up happening. And so I'm hoping to like create that new legacy type of stuff for my kids. Yeah. Not to be spoiled, but to know that this is the way of life. Fact. This is how the world works. And not being brainwashed by the conformity of today's society.
You know, one of my favorite sayings came from Tom Hardy. He said his dad said to treat the janitor with the same respect as the CEO. You know what I'm saying?
I like people that operate like that, man. I've been to the bottoms and the highs.
I tell people
and
all the time. Courtesy got me so many places.
Right?
Manners,
just being cool, man.
Baseline,
thank you.
Stuff.
What's up? Hello. Introducing yourself, looking people in their eyes. Again, I think I was realizing one of my greater gifts, man, is just my ability to like be a civilized person. Like, hey, how you doing?
You're still in touch with me.
Ask questions about you. And just have an authentic interaction. And that's why we're doing this podcast. Because it's like, man, if we have the ability to just have that.
Some days you wake up and you're like, fuck everybody! Yeah. Fuck it!
You better not come over!
You know what I'm saying?
Take the goddamn sunglasses off.
Yeah. But,
you talk to J-Mo. J-Mo talks to me. Nobody on the phone, you understand?
Yeah. Take the damn glasses.
Quit making those fucking TikToks.
So technology, man. You guys on TikTok?
Yes, sir.
Are you a user or creator?
Definitely both. I consume sometimes, and sometimes I definitely drop a little content on
J-Mo, you creating on TikTok?
I just started,
Yeah?
And just stopped.
Yeah. I started and then stopped. All in the same motion. It was like...
I went hard, though. I just left the platform. There's something there, but...
I said I should have a consistent struggle with consistency. You know,
totally.
Kind of consistent struggle with consistency.
My biggest things have been learning hacks on how to fix that problem.
Me too.
Dude, in the past 3 months, I ordered 93 Fiverr gigs.
Because there's no hack.
93 Fiverr gigs in the past 3 months.
What?
Ain't no hack.
Okay. I am multitasking.
I just caught that. I'm like, what is that? But okay,
I got it. Okay, again, like, yes. Dude, I had I had people write sales copy, ad copy, email copy, logo design, animation, website, automation, just like optimization. Like I'm done playing. Like there's a level of consciousness is like I can only move so fast. And so like, man, again, this whole like personal power is dope, right? But like there comes a time where you have to step up. The thing I've always loved about Mike is like he's always had a network of people. That's one of the things like when I came from Chicago to Texas, I started doing videos and music, and I started to realize like the labels and the clicks and the, and it's like people, the idea of it is wonderful. In reality, it's a bunch, it doesn't always turn out great, but Mike has always had that, and I've always liked that. One of the reasons we're doing this podcast is because Mike just has such a great network, man. Thanks. He's got people like y'all in here. We got people promoting, going live, asking to pay for things. I mean, like,
man, I gotta say,
hit it, jump in.
I gotta say something,
rambling,
because it's just boom. You just hit another time frame of something. And I remember when I first recorded at Mike's studio.
Okay,
I met him through an event from somebody else, and I remember maybe 2 years later I was making music and we hit up Mike. We was living in Austin. We came to the studio. You know what I'm saying? And I remember one of the last things that I said. I asked him while leaving was somebody look from the outside looking in, like, what's the best advice you have for just for getting in the music game? Mm-hmm. And he said one thing and kept it simple, and I've never stopped. I never didn't forget that. Like that, it was just make music. It's the people that are doing it, you're gonna get in it, and it's like that's that network. So what's the secret to it? Whatever it is, just do it.
That's right.
Just do it, and you're
to it, but to do it.
And that, like, so simple. It's so simple.
Yeah. There's no failure if you don't quit. I don't get, like, I've been reeling.
That's the period.
I've had opportunities to experience trouble, sorrow, lack, and all those things. Like, I meet some people and be like, yeah, never really struggled much in life. Like, oh. Shit. Really? That's terrible. I've met people that have struggled for a little bit, and then, dude, for me personally, I went through like 12 years of struggle. It was like a biblical plague. 12 years of struggle, It was crazy. But I reached the rock bottoms, as you would say. And only in those times, man, it was like, I checked myself, and I was like, we're going to figure it all out.
On some real hood shit, some street shit,
okay.
Y'all probably heard this. Y'all ever heard you learn more from the smoker than the seller?
Oh.
Because the motherfucking smoker done been through hell and back. You feel me? The seller maybe went to jail, but the smoker, he didn't have to do some shit. Sometimes he done have to do some shit to go get that fix, you know what I'm saying? To go get that work. He done have to do some shit. Man, that's probably one of the truest. Like, man, that's probably one of the truest statements I've ever heard.
That's true.
Yeah.
I've heard
real true.
Some drug users tell me
like you were saying about Robin Williams, bro.
Like
some of your strongest people.
Horrible stories,
The regular days is a story.
Yeah.
They always got something,
like, I'm like, fuck, bro, you did what to go get what?
Everyone just had that whole connection. Yeah, I heard a story just like that. Oh,
like, damn, nigga, I would have loaned you $20. Fuck.
I don't even come around.
And to them, they like you said, shit, that's a normal day for them. Shit, fuck, you did what I had to do, nigga. Wow. Kept it moving.
The point is not to get trapped there, though.
What, nigga? You did what? Sheesh.
Are you guys in crypto or anything?
Oh, definitely, bro.
Right?
Definitely.
Y'all did any NFTs yet?
I got a stock group chat, and we're all in it, and we haven't. I mean, we're obviously aware of it and want to participate, but we only really. For me, I only know one person that's in a group chat, and he shout out Mike Joe. But he bought like a $200 NFT on crypto.com, which is available to everyone. Right. And it's just worth like $2,800 in 2 weeks.
Crazy, right?
But I mean, well, he's just friends, your network, and people tell him like that he trusts that
there's two.
It's a risk, but hey,
there's
this isn't
two
financial
uses.
advice.
Me and him always have this conversation about the NFTs. That shit money laundering.
It could be. It could be.
No, it ain't. It is.
Essentially, that's what it was created for, to move money out of one market into another.
Decentralized.
Because we crashing that fiat currency.
I know niggas that money launder.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Hold on. Hey, take that shit up.
We gotta cut.
Believe it.
Fuck, we gotta cut. I didn't say I money launder.
My bad. I know some niggas.
I heard a story about somebody. But anyways.
It's not financial advice. Once again.
Yeah,
We are not financial
There's a
advice.
disclaimer that
Please do
pops
not
up
take-
in the bottom.
Everything
The ideas on this show do not
opinion only.
reflect.
That is all opinion. So.
Hey, but them niggas money launder they shit, man.
No, but okay.
NFT.
Let's say that that'll always exist and no matter what system is built. But the other things I see for NFT is like the one thing, all the Googling, the one thing you want to look for in an NFT project is utility, right? You buy something for the access it gives you to something. So to me, like I'm helping produce like 3 different crypto NFT projects right now. One for a brand, one for another personal guy, which is just an idea.
All right.
And then there's another one, a personal one that I'm doing for my business.
Okay.
And so the business one, I'll just break it down real quick. The business one is utility. Listen, if you buy my video for Doctor's NFT, I'll give you priority booking, automatic discount, access to my free trainings, how to be on camera coaching and all that. $1,000, I meant 10,000. What is that? That's like $10 million.
Money laundering.
Money laundering. Hey, push it, P.
to
Money
our
laundering.
Hey, check out Money Laundry on Spotify.
Yes. Boom.
3 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta
So-
drop that shit, Mike. You gotta drop that shit.
So that's
Coming out. The money laundering NFT, man. Y'all check it out.
be a washing machine with open
I
mouth.
used to know somebody.
Yeah.
About somebody.
$100 bills and ready.
Okay, so that's utility. And then I think about it for artists, man. Okay, at every show you go to, you make a goodie bag. And if they buy the NFT and they show up, they get that goodie bag. They get access VIP. If they don't have VIP, make your own VIP. You know what I'm saying? So it's utility. So you
can kind of make it to where you know how
that's exactly what it is.
Perk package for
you know how Spotify and Apple Music only pays a certain amount. So now it sounds like you can totally cut them niggas
Well, eventually
out.
that's what it's going to do, uplifting the creators. And then music that way. And also, you know, the shit that we were talking about, copyright percentages and shit like that.
Yeah.
Then that's what I wanted to ask, you know, about like doing an NFT where it's like, for instance, the CD cover, like Taboo drops a CD,
Boom.
whatever, Thorn 20.
Yeah, and they buy it.
And we put it as an NFT and say you can own a percent. You can own
A percentage,
for 10
a
people,
royalty.
you can have 10%
It's a royalty.
of owning this.
Yes.
And it's like, oh wow. And it's like, but in the whitelist, and you get 5% or whatever
Of the songs.
Yeah,
Yes, I've heard of
the
this
master
publishing
recording.
something,
You
yeah.
own that. And it's like, what does that mean? Well, that means you're a copyright owner and you're
Right.
generating passive income. So an artist that you really like,
I see the utility
and
of
add a
it.
5% royalty as every time they sell
Yes.
it again.
And the more you sell, the more your thing goes up in value.
So that means you don't gotta pay taxes, right?
No, you have to pay taxes. Right.
That's money laundering.
That's money laundering. You have to pay your taxes out.
I was talking shit.
Yeah.
I was talking shit. I don't think there's money
Yeah,
laundering.
man.
You shouldn't do it.
I said, no, that's what
I just don't. Me personally, I got an NFT. I just don't know what the fuck that shit is.
Yeah.
It's confusing as
AMC
hell.
Game Boy, I got that one.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know what's coming with it.
People make
Right.
it sound simple, but like I've always said, it was man-made, so it can be destroyed faster than it was built.
Definitely.
And Jared tells me no, so I'm like I said, I'm confused.
Well, I'm saying like you can't turn off the internet.
Yeah.
Who can? We can't, but somebody can.
No.
I guarantee you somebody can turn off
Unless
the
you
internet.
crashed every satellite and fucking thing in the.
Bro, I bet you
fucking
they got
go to
universe.
war.
They got a
And they
switch
fuck our-
somewhere
you know, our
that
world
they
up
can
like
turn
that. Even
all
then,
of this
you know.
shit off.
I
I
definitely think there's a
guarantee
switch.
it, bro.
It's gonna be a big volcano.
Besides a complete end of the world Armageddon type of event, to remain in civilization, they can't
You
turn
ain't
off the
seen
internet.
that cartoon movie on Netflix? Was it the
Arcane something?
It was some Meet the Family something.
No.
The little kids was with the parents and everything. The robots took over the world. They turned off the internet.
Yeah.
What was the name of that?
I forgot what you're talking about, but it's the robots. The two of them got
It was on Netflix. I stand corrected.
They turned the internet off, bro. The whole world went crazy. And that was a cartoon.
Yeah.
So I mean,
what if they're saying something?
Simpsons.
They always are.
Conspiracy. They always are.
Bro, they can turn the internet.
Mike says that's why he loves movies. He's always hit me with these conspiracies. Yep. I done seen it in 1992 in this movie. I know he is right.
In the movies 10 years later.
Conspiracy is his reality these
10
days.
years ahead.
And I never seen it until he would.
They was
he put it on me like, yo,
Man.
you really need to watch these movies.
Yeah.
I finally watch it and I'm like, holy shit. God damn it, Mike, what else you got for me?
Yeah.
Bro, like all that shit.
You know,
I'm telling you, it's spooky.
It's like a guy, bro. It's like they telling you, look, this is what we
Ready Gamer 1. Now we're going into the metaverse.
Totally.
Come on, bro.
Man, he put me on the Founder. Whew.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was really good. Yeah.
Like,
Is that the McDonald's one?
McDonald's,
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
But again,
it's based on fucked upness, but it gives you a business 101.
Yes.
This is what
and
it
I
is,
like
you
that
know?
knowledge is power, man. That's why the more you... Okay, so somebody was asking me, we were doing podcasts, and they were like, oh, I'm not confident on getting on camera, talking, you know, I'm not it. I said, you know what? And they said, oh, Jared, you seem so confident, man. You know what to say all the time. It's like, that's not true. There's definitely interviews out there where I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to do it. But again, it was like, the more times I did it, the better I got. The more experience I got, experience leads to confidence. And so that's what we were saying about even with careers or businesses. Like, the more experiences you get, the more confidence you get. When you go kill a show, when you go sell a high-ticket item, you be like, killed that shit. You know, I gotta be a fat check off that. Can't nobody tell me nothing.
You're having a good 2-3 days for sure.
That's right. That's right. But again, you try to get more consistent with those feelings.
The momentum and just ride it, make it normal. You know, normal. Just, yeah.
Synergize,
baby. That'll be the name of this.
Bring it back
Synergize.
Bring it right back.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure you got balance too, man.
Balance is key.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Drink water.
Drink water. Lots of water.
You should do that. For sure.
Not out of plastic bottles. You need the can get water.
You're right. But I'll take what I can get right now.
Yo, okay, so
Thirst
like,
gets real.
Man, life is so simple, right? What you eat, what you think, who you hang with, and like,
it gets simple.
We've been stopping eating out. We don't eat out nearly as much because the food is like, even when we go spend money on some good food, it's like the quality ain't that good.
Yeah.
Especially with all these shortages and the craziness.
Oh shit, never even looked at it like
dude,
that.
I feel like it's been like that for so long that now in the pandemic.
Now they have fake meat. Everything says fake meat.
They've been having fake meat though.
True.
Back in the
now
day when McDonald's, you know, when you got a fucking Big Mac, nigga, back then you got a Big Mac.
Right. Beef.
Now that meat ain't even the same meat, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been giving us, like they've been.
That's what I told
like slowly giving us off
watering you down.
Yeah, like the chips. Remember how the Doritos and the Cheetos used to come in them different bags? Nigga, I thought it was just because of the bag, but my nigga, that shit tastes different now than it did then. You know what I'm saying?
You know, like in China,
bag for the 2.0
they're not allowed to put a lot of ingredients that we put in here. They have different products.
And people weren't as big or as beast as they were back then. You know, now, you know what I'm saying? Now everybody's big, bro. You know what I'm saying? Big is good.
Right.
I'm not saying big, but like people forget that shit is still unhealthy though. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Back then, in the 80s, more people were more slimmer because the food was bad, but it wasn't as bad. Now it's just horrible.
Man, food is the #1 generating like revenue thing in America.
Shit, it's
like that's the #1 store.
Shit, it's probably the #1 killer too. But
but that's why America is what is. You can make money anywhere. And which way can you make it the most and keep the volume high and it don't damage them? It can't not crack eventually, you know what I'm saying? Or heroin or some crazy shit. Eventually you're gonna get rid of your consumer. But I'm just thinking that right now, like food. Yeah. We can't stop it. Once we eat a burger, we want another one. Yeah, I mean you know how this shit is, but.
All right, so what's something you guys are looking forward to in the future?
Robots.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Robot.
I'm scared of AI. I mean, I'm not AI. I'm not scared of it, but I see the dangers. You know, it's. I mean, you already see them right now through Facebook and your digital world being more.
Everything is being
popular,
operated by AI these days.
More
important than your physical
already
world.
buying out everything as soon as a coin comes alive or anything online. So
what about you?
This is bare level.
You want a robot or you scared?
Oh, I will take a robot in a heartbeat.
What kind of robot?
Any type of robot. I'm
Like
gonna have a collection of robots.
He's a robot. He's
I need
whatever
a
kind of robot I
Terminator,
want to be once I
maid
program
robot. We getting all these robots.
You want the Terminator or you want the Will Smith?
I want you to be had a Kung Fu
The
grip
iRobot.
package.
Nobody
comes with
I'll take an
iPhone.
iRobot. Remember iRobot? Yeah.
That iRobot
Pootie.
damn near fucked him up though.
Yeah, but that was they coded him to do that on purpose, right?
But then he told them other ones to help him fuck him up.
But yeah.
See?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you got me.
Hey, with the Terminator, it was just one of them hoes. After you killed him, you was good for a few years.
Okay, I mean, just a nerdy shit. Here we go. Okay, with AI, right, there's this idea of general intelligence. Right now, we have narrow intelligence as far as the technology goes. Like, an AI, artificial intelligence, is a program that runs. It says it has a guideline of what to do. Parameters, right? Okay, so right now, the only way to get past narrow AI and get to general AI, where it's like, I can reason for myself, I can think for myself, I can spark new ideas. Tons of movies that do this shit. It's crazy. But again, okay, general intelligence. The way they're doing that currently is through big data. You know, it's like every time you hold up your iPhone, it's scanning your face, biometrics, it's listening. You say Home Depot, you're getting Home Depot ads on Facebook and Instagram. Cover this shit. And so anyways, we know that that's the world we live in. And so it's like, man, instead of being, I meet some people and they like almost act scared of the technology. Like, oh, I don't know about that. They may use it, but no.
Not taking none of your sass today,
I'm joking.
Blocked with the pit plate.
I reject that negativity.
Not taking any of that, sir. Not this coat.
But I definitely want to adapt.
Maybe
to
my
use
regular.
It. Can we make our own algorithm? Can we make our own algorithm that sells albums and merch and singles and pushes the brand and helps us connect with our audience better? Like I think technology is a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, again, like when you get money, if you're a shithead, it just makes you a bigger shithead. If you're a good person, though, now you're a good person with money and you're helping people.
Anything within reason and a limit is okay.
Right.
So once you overdo anything,
balance
is when things go wrong. So I'm not tripping on the AI. Like I said, I see all the great sides of it.
Yeah.
I'm a vet. When I go up to the VA, you see people that didn't get to walk yesterday walking now.
Interesting.
You see them working with the new Cybertron. You see them getting the little chip put in the back and getting it. So that's beautiful. Right. I'm with that. But once you start telling me, yo, you showing me this gazelle thing that looks like a dog, and it's outside and it's trotting and jumping upstairs and doing the park wash shit across the thing and playing the improvised sonnets. Now, I'm a little bit different.
Okay, interesting.
Now you're crossing into a new sector.
Yeah.
And once we start getting into that gray area, that's one thing I've always seen about life. Once you can always get into the gray area. You can't get back out.
Have y'all watched the
Once we cross into the gray area.
Once you take that red pill, you done took it.
Wrap.
You out the matrix.
Do y'all believe in human cloning? Do y'all think that's a real thing?
It's an absolute real thing.
Think it is.
Oh, it's absolutely real.
I remember literally when we were kids, it was in a
it's
Sports Illustrated front cover.
Mike, I'm looking at everybody's reaction. They're like, Mike's like,
it's all about that shit right there. And then all of a sudden, we never heard about
this conversation just got way worse than money laundering.
So what, y'all just turned the machine off, right? Y'all, we did it. Great, checking the box will stop.
Like,
it's illegal.
Two dudes died.
Yeah, right.
Later, nah, fuck.
Hey, America, I don't got nothing to do with this.
Look, let me just say this then, because I got something to say about that.
Get out my attorney.
Yeah.
Taboo.
MikeSeeTheChamp.com.
Yeah,
My attorney.
His attorneys is,
Don't say anything, Mike.
Mike, just duck and roll.
Mike,
get the fuck out of here.
Don't say anything.
All right,
Yeah,
to talk about the human cloning, and this is extra.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm not.
To do that type of stuff, man, it takes modifying genes.
Who you think was cloned?
Well, I can. There's a specific. I'll tell you.
New segment.
Once you get into that, check it, man. Check it.
Who you think is cloning?
The technology. This is where all the gene therapy came in.
I was about to say,
okay, we
what are we already modifying?
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
Absolutely.
What
Okay,
we just do a mass population
So we just figured out this technology, but it is doable, but it's highly frowned upon on the science community. Like no government is allowing scientists to do any type of human genetic modification.
I think we're getting there.
Well, we're doing gene therapy.
Especially with cats.
Like
robots.
literally
like
mRNA where they're inserting a protein sequence into your shit.
I'm just saying, if they want it, I don't know what they're doing, but the technology and
if the movies did it,
just
they already done it.
It's there.
If the movies have done it, they already did it.
Like where they get the idea from?
It when you see
if
it
you
in
can
the
think
movies.
it, what happens? Well,
they just trying to figure out how to water it down
action.
enough to give it to you the way you don't kill nobody.
That's right.
Same shit with drones. They've been doing them shits in the movies.
Yeah.
They finally figured out how to turn it into a toy for you regular consumers not to fuck yourself up too bad. And people still fucking their
Totally. You still fucking it up.
So with that said, it's all the same shit.
Yeah.
And it's coming to a city.
I was just thinking, it would be perfect. A
3D
fucking little
printers.
mini drone
Yes.
just flying right there the whole time. I don't know. That was just crazy. That would have been crazy.
Just circling the room.
Yeah, don't do that. It's unnecessary. I'm just saying that would have been dope.
Got 5
just
jumps.
to have one right there.
Wind blood.
Air conditioner shit.
Them boys are on they shit.
Yeah.
That fucking drone, that little baby drone for them.
NFL. No, I mean, I like these conversations, man. They just make you think, right? I like critical thinking. People who can just think. All you have to
Or
do,
get
man,
you on the field watching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why you have to be
Opinions stated here are
smart. What you
solely
do
on-
is say.
Who are those guys?
Who do they know? I need answers.
Let's go see if they have
We'll be
a
watching
record.
after this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah,
And
man.
money laundering. Jesus Christ.
Well, look, I
What do they
think
call it? Synergy, money laundering, and human cloning.
human cloning, the title.
Podcast. Like,
let me listen to this. No, I think again.
Definitely
Thank you
cut
for
the
coming out.
money laundering part out.
Yeah, we'll edit that.
YouTube restricts all.
Yes,
any
money
legal-
laundering. But thank you guys for coming out, man.
Thanks for having us, bro.
What else is going on? Tell me a little bit about the squad.
Sure.
To God, what is it called
Squad
again?
on God.
Squad on God. What is that?
Squad. That's the international.
Squad.
That's the international.
International.
Come on, hit it.
What was your idea
Just
behind that?
continue.
Because that's an interesting.
Yeah, like I said, just to create a known good network. Like, so my son has autism, and that's really where it kind of came from on the bottom. I get a lot of support to make myself be able to come out here and do this and create and be
Brother's
free to
on the
create.
spectrum, and he leads a. He works at this big company, Salesforce. Sorry to cut you off, but he works at, and so he is on the spectrum, and so he became, and they created a position for him on how to hire people on the spectrum. And so they have a whole branch
like a
within,
medium.
and
Perfect.
because they respond and interact different. And so they're creating
Definitely.
guidelines to bring people in like that because they have superpowers.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? But so again, just different isn't bad.
not
We
at
have to
all.
learn how to adapt and use people
Language,
to
like
their
we were
strengths.
saying earlier, bro,
Yes.
language is the number one divider of everything. If I
Because-
say love and you hear love, we're both saying two different things.
Right.
My level of love might be love to death, and your level of love might be love today
Momentary.
and tomorrow. and
Yeah.
that. So with that said, that's why I say less, do more, because I can tell you I love you and slap you in the face all day. Which one
Totally.
you gonna believe first?
Yeah.
That face
that
gonna
slap,
sting
yo.
first.
That's
Like,
another
I don't
shirt.
like
That's
you.
another
I
shirt.
don't waste time doing too much talking.
Face sting.
and
What did he
explaining.
say? Yeah. I
My
always say
actions will let you know exactly where you
I
reside.
can slap you in the
respect.
face and still love you.